This is Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous TV Pattaya. You may feel relaxed, as for many this is a vacation or holiday time, but reality, for females anywhere, is that it's essential to stay aware at all times, as we're about to find out.
This month saw another case of alleged rape of a tourist female on a popular Thai island where all too often people let down their guard. Sadly, in any tourist environment, this is commonplace. In this case, the accused is from Europe too. Often that's not the case. Usually the consumption of drink or drugs is detected. Whilst this isn't a popular subject for radio or TV perhaps, it is something that is often not addressed, leaving people unaware. Unlike a case where a person is abducted and forcibly raped, often the case in a holiday environment will see a female claim to have woken up in someone's room and later report that they have been raped. Despite the best of techniques and forensics, you may be surprised to know that in most cases of this type, not just here in Thailand, but anywhere in the world, if the male agrees that sex took place, but that it was consensual, then the chances are that the accused will either not face a trial due to lack of evidence, or, if it does go to trial, he will be found rightfully or wrongfully not guilty based on a lack of evidence. The police and prosecutor's task is to prove that there was forced or unwilling sex. Tests are usually carried out to establish whether drink or drugs were involved, which could have caused the assaultee to have been unable to fend off the alleged violator. That alone won't prove rape, as they could have been consumed willingly, but it's step one for the forensics examiner. Drinking or taking drugs, however, will often cause a woman to show little, if any, signs of forced or unwilling sex. In other words, her body will have been relaxed at the time of intercourse, and excess force would not have been needed. Where it is alleged that the victim was incapable through alcohol consumption or drug inducement, evidence may provide strong support for a lack of capacity to consent. But alone, it does not prove that rape took place. Rape kits, often used in hospitals, can only prove that sex took place. DNA testing will simply prove the same, and that the other party was the person accused. They can't prove rape took place in a case where the male admits sex but claims it was consensual. And here in Thailand, when those who report a rape are taken to a hospital for examination, often the examiner, even a qualified healthcare professional, even a doctor and even a gynecologist is ill-trained and unprepared to carry out the examination. That, by the way, is not unique to Thailand, but is the case in nearly all Western countries too. A lack of injuries is not fatal to a prosecution in a court case. However, it's often considered that a lack of injuries is indicative of consent. Prosecutors have to overcome that misunderstanding by ensuring that evidence about the incidence of all and any injuries has been collected from head to toe, along with clothing collected and examined for damage too. Bruising, lacerations, broken bones, signs of choking, they all add to the chance that rape took place. But, and here's the kicker, in a case where the male admits to having had sex with a claimant, but claims that it was consensual, the prosecutors have to prove otherwise. And in a case where sex took place in one or the other's rooms or home, where there is no sign of forced sex and no injuries that can't be explained, with only 2 witnesses present, the case is virtually inadmissible. That's a horrible fact if it was rape, but it's a fact nevertheless. What can you do to protect yourself? Well, staying in company with people you truly know is key. A female on her own is more likely to be targeted. Avoid drinking excessively, letting your guard down, or giving anyone the chance to slip something into your drink. In most cases worldwide, the victim has already met the rapist before sex occurs, usually in a public place or in private company. In a global survey, raping or attempted rape was found to be almost always accompanied with brutal physical violence, except where drugs or excess alcohol was involved. Every year in Thailand, we have reports of rape. In most cases involving tourists, drink or drugs have been involved. Sometimes the claim is that the victim has been drugged without knowing. Usually that can't be proven. Many times, families are up in arms blaming authorities for poor investigation. But the truth is that most cases are beyond investigation when the male acknowledges having sex and there are no signs of violence. And that is the same wherever it happens in the world. All information provided here has been confirmed by British and other forensic sources and legal advisors. This has been a Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous TV Pattaya presentation.